Hey.
Vision! Yay! Alright.
I'm trying to decide what to call this thing. We did find one possibility, which is
Yoklol.
Yoklol, which is like a weird sort of slimy plant demon thing.
I feel like this planet's like ugly enough to deserve
Not
to
quite
be
ugly
called
enough
Yoklol.
But I mean, look, they're all named after monsters.
True. What was that? Go back over there.
Mm-hmm.
Forward one. What's that one? Courtois.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
Courtois. Well, we had said that like we would want to call
A wet
water,
planet.
A wet planet.
Courtois.
Yeah. They're
Amphibious.
amphibious.
How do I get an advanced mining laser?
That's a really good question. I don't know.
Sometimes the order of operations in this game feels a bit weird.
Yeah. Have we called something nothing?
I don't know. Yeah, they do have a lot of connection. Yes, you're right. And I think because I think I've used it before. Nothing.
What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
It's like the Drow goddess.
Oh.
We've had a lot of planets.
We have. Yeah, have we named anything either of those?
No. We could call this planet nothing.
Yeah, well, I was just wondering about that. Like, they don't have like the kind of toxic. Because that's the thing, is that that kind of demon
Yeah, that is
has
very
like a
specifically
toxic
poison.
mist,
Yeah.
which is, you know, very appropriate for this planet. Nothing. They have a rotting gaze.
Yeah,
But
that seems good.
That's necrotic damage.
That seems fine. I mean, unless you wanted Nothic to be for a dead planet, but I think this planet actually could be a Nothic planet. I could see that. Maybe that's the plan then.
Alright. Let's call it nothing. So many cool monsters in these books.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I'm thinking about doing D&D after.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to kill you doing a D&D
Yeah.
campaign.
Just get right into all of the
Yeah,
monsters and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, your life support and your certificate. Toxic rain.
So good.
bad.
Tasty.
Oh, damium. Damium.
Oh, so much thymium. And abundance.
Nice.
That's awesome. It's broken open already.
Impressive.
What's really good stuff, like as far as money goes, is Quebec standing is increased.
Because you took question mark?
I think 8.
Specimen? I mean, regardless of what you did with it, it doesn't make sense that your standing with them has increased. What is it there for? Is it there so that travellers will pick them up? I
When we
doubt
got
it.
there?
Yeah. 1 minute 30. Oh, a lizard in a jar. My favourite. Yeah, exactly.
I definitely eat jar lizard as an alien.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like Jabba the Hutt. It's a delicacy. this Sunday is Silver Moonlight,
Yeah.
which I'm pretty keen for, and then I'm also keen for. Pardon?
Knowledge stone.
Oh yeah. And then on the Thursday after that is
Ability?
Scum of Villainy, which I'm also keen for because we had to miss out on last week.
Yeah, you did. It was very sad.
And the callback's word for criminal. Is that an imported word? Because like, why would callbacks have criminals
What do
in
you
their
mean?
own?
Why
Actually,
would
that's a
they
good point. Nada is a criminal callbacks.
Yeah.
It's cut off from the hive mind.
And then chased. I found that weird, like, in that description, because it said something about, like, yeah, Nada was, like, exiled and then pursued? Like, what's the point of exiling them?
I
Like,
think
go away! Wait, come back! That's
No,
a
it was
really-
like, I think the answer was that they were like told, you know, you're no longer part of our culture, and then chased, being like, no, get out of our space,
Ah, maybe. Mm-hmm.
or else we will violence you.
I got the impression that they're still being chased, so. But maybe. Ooh, good noise.
Yeah, they think the callbacks are a bit interesting. Alright, what's this one? Whispers spill from the sharp edges of the artifact, recounting the dreams and memories of the Korvax echoes in my mother tongue. Those within the Korvax echoes have left the physical realm, but they endure through the masks and shells of our children. Thoughts and knowledge ever growing, we seek for deeper understanding of the equation that defines our existence. Seek help with knowledge. My knowledge of the Korvax increases. I've learned the Korvax word for back. Have you seen my Shnorebni tattoo? What's over here? It's only a minute and a half away.
Explosive, I mean, chased, like, pursued.
They were exiled and then chased. That's pretty good though.
What's that glowy thing?
It's a mineral.
Ah, right. It could well be a mineral you need. Didn't you need nickel or something?
That's
for
true.
That thing you gotta build? Yay, buildings!
I can't tell if these are the ones I've already been to. No, I don't think they are.
Explosive says, wait, so you run into a pillar full of cyber ghosts and then you ask them to help you with your French homework?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what happens most of the time.
Yep.
Nickel is required.
Iridium.
Iridium is required. Okay.
Forgotten how
And
to get
chrysamite.
iridium.
Do I? It's just nickel to put the thing in, right?
I don't know. Nickel and platinum.
Nickel and platinum. Okay, I can get those things.
Oh,
I've got very
became
red
daytime.
wires. While I was looking around, should get some zinc on the way as well.
Oh. Drop. Oh! And a creature! What are you? Oh. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, might be a bit far away.
We'll see.
No. Oh my. Oh my. Oh goodness.
I mean, that's a face.
Oh.
I would
Oh
call that
dear.
an unfortunate face.
I would agree. Yes. Well, majestic nonetheless.
Oh, sweet. Jar lizard.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Tasty. Tasty jar lizard.
Oh, what? The Korvax word for future.
That's cool.
I'm like a couple of words off being able to say Marty when he... Marty, we gotta...
Exactly. Going back to the future.
Oh dear. How silly. Now, where was that potentially nickel?
Yeah, that potentially nickel. Good question. There was another zinc. There's another zinc. You missed it. Oh no. Or
It's
maybe
over here.
Oh, that was on the side.
We've got to go back. Yeah. I haven't learned the Kovacs words for great or Scott yet. I reckon that's copper or gold.
Yeah, maybe. You're right.
There's nickel on this planet though, so maybe it's nickel, I don't know.
You're
We
right,
should probably
but
go
it
look.
doesn't Yeah. Doesn't look like nickel. I thought nickel was green. Like that pale green. Pale green colour. Whoa! Oh, that was weird. Oh, what?
It's gold. Good.
Oh my god, it's just even lighter that far away. It's amazing.
Mystery solved.
Alright, there you go.
But there's nickel on this planet. So we've got to find it.
Okay, yep. You might want to do that from within your ship.
Maybe. But there's a question mark. And it's, what, like a minute and a half away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that down? What's that? You say, what's that to your left? Ah.
You worked
look,
it out.
Another creature. Look, look, look. Oh.
It's a different gender of that other thing.
Oh, that other thing.
Yep.
I like it.
It's always funny to me when like the different gender like subs out one of the defining parts of that creature.
Yeah.
It's like
exactly.
this thing has no
Have the
arms or legs,
spines,
and it's
you're-
like yeah, but
Jordan.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I suppose that's us being confused that like some humans don't have boobs, right? It's like, but that's the defining feature of this thing, and one of the genders doesn't have it. No, what? No.
Like, yeah, I guess if you mean like if an alien
Yeah.
like first only met people with boobs.
Yeah.
What a
And he'd be
great
like, they'd be like,
hypothesis.
this race with this
With these-
species
they've got
with this
these
superfluous
strange-
decoration,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and then some of them just don't have it. I mean, yeah. Legit?
What is that?
What is what?
Oh, is it storage?
Oh.
Is it boring storage?
I don't know. Maybe. It seems bigger than that.
Oh, it's a building with
It's so tall.
yeah.
I
It
think-
looks like a silly hat.
Also, what are these cool little, like, these things?
These things?
They're iron, but they feel like
Yeah. They've got like frosted ice cream on the sides.
Yeah.
Oh, why is it a fasting day? I want ice cream, Emily. I could have had ice cream yesterday.
You could have, and then you didn't. Oh, I see. It's one of these. Okay, yes, of course.
Ready?
Get up close, nice and close, so you can get inside quicker. Okay. Just come in there. Yeah.
Alright.
So it's interesting because this indicates that, yeah, for some reason, violence cannot be done inside buildings.
Yes,
In
I
this
went into the
universe.
building and yeah, right, you
Because
cannot
they
do violence.
also cannot do violence to you.
Yeah. How fascinating. What's this? Is that a real word? It's a real word. It's the Kovacs word for pure. What's this kicker?
It says we have the regular ones with boobs, and then the small ones which are children, and then the ones that are like large children.
Data probability warning. The screen is full of product formulas, but the system is crashing. An error message appears alongside the countdown timer. Data loss probability warning. Save it. I saved the data system. I saved the data before a system reboot. The terminal restores instantly. I'm rewarded.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned to make uranium, lightweight and highly malleable alloy crafted from carbon and iridium,
Okay.
and it is valuable
Cool.
for
I
money.
guess that's the thing. You could like craft stuff and then sell it.
Yeah, right.
Thought
Like
of that.
the game is definitely like, hey, this could be a trading game.
Yeah, exactly. If you wanted it to be. But I like that it doesn't force you to do that.
Yeah.
It's not like, people of these, such and such is to the next town.
I've got 15 wolf pelts.
Exactly.
Or rather,
Or
please
I
collect
need
15 wolf pelts. And then a moment later, thanks for these wolf pelts. Will you take them to my wife?
Mm-hmm.
She's in the next country.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Traveling warp core salesperson, the game. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. We don't know what nickel looks like, so we're unlikely to see it if we recognize it if we see it.
Also, the trading thing has reminded me that I had an interesting moment this week, wherein I discovered that someone else I know has played this really obscure game that I played a ton of as a teenager. My phone's gone.
Is it dinner time? Is that what it's saying? Is it telling you that it's now...
Just telling me it's time.
Telling me that it is a time.
It is a time.
I learned the callback's word for sentinel.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, but this particular game was a trading game. That was really all it was about. You would travel between towns and fight skeletons, mostly in between skeletons and bandits between towns. And
Like, if you add lizard men and rat men to that mix, then it's Hand of Fate.
oh right,
I need to play. I don't know if I'm gonna put a vote up. I'm like,
you want to play some more Hand of Fate?
yeah, I need to finish
good.
Darkest Dungeon. Like, not necessarily finish it, but I need to get to the point where I feel comfortable with what I've achieved. But like, Hand of Fate was so good, and I died so much towards the end of it. Sorry,
Oh,
you were
sorry,
trying...
explosive. The game was called Spells of Gold. I'd be very surprised if anyone has heard of it or played it, but because it was super obscure and weird. But the funny thing was, this friend of mine had also played it and had the same experience, wherein the game included multiple worlds and there were portals between them, but that wasn't very clear at all, and it wasn't sort of really mentioned anywhere in the descriptions of the game or by the NPCs. So both of us had this thing of like, we thought there was only one world, and we like went around and did the trading and got really rich and got better like at fighting the monsters and bandits, so that they weren't really a challenge anymore. And then at some point stumbled across a portal and were like, oh, there are other worlds, and then just sort of went in and wrecked everything because we were really, really at like high level. So it was really strange that like, yeah, there was meant to be like multiple dimensions
And multiple people failed to notice that.
Yeah, so it's probably not a very good game.
So like, this is definitely like a biome, right? Which is
Yeah, okay.
blankness.
Yeah, true. That's true. That's true. Ah, it was a European only release, except regular soon. There you go. Yeah.
I think it's really interesting that you were engaged enough to keep playing it.
Yeah.
Like when you were like grinding through things that were way too low for you.
Yep. I don't know, it was just really satisfying trading, which is wow. Which, that was the whole point of it, but like it was kind of addictive in that you're just like, but I know now, I've been here long enough that I know exactly which trader to take apples to. I could get so much money for these apples. Like, it was very silly.
Somebody want to play Skyrim again?
Yeah.
If only they'd released it on a console that I could, on a platform
Released
that I
it
could...
so many times, but none of them times that are useful to you.
I mean, like, I don't want to play it on console, I want to play it on PC, but I don't think it runs... It probably actually does run on Linux now anyway.
Maybe.
I just like the number of platforms they've released it on is ridiculous.
They keep being like, it's the same game, only shinier, only on more things, only shinier again.
It's funny because I feel like Elder Scrolls Online is now like the better Elder Scrolls experience.
Ooh, that's a big claim. I do like Elder Scrolls Online a lot. It's a really fun time.
I think the main reason for saying that though is that I get to go into Like, I don't think it's... I haven't played since the Morrowind expansion. I'd love to play with the Morrowind expansion.
They were doing that light thing again. I wonder if that's just how they...
Yeah, it's just how they are.
I didn't even notice that.
I wonder if it continues to happen if I look backwards. Yeah?
No. Oh.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's based on your proximity.
That's so cool. Huh. Oh, your protection is not...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got plenty of zinc though, so that's okay.
Yeah, like a cyan Jacob's ladder.
Well,
Well, what now? What's the plan? Are we looking for
I thought I was looking for nickel, but I might
think
have
you
to
should
fly.
get on your ship and get that thamium. Get
Yeah.
that thamium. Get it. Get thamium.
Alright.
Yeah, Lichtenton. I really liked ESO. I found it was like, for me anyway, a nice way to like absorb the lore, and I found the like areas really interesting. Also, Ash and I were playing together like as a thing, and I often find that increases
like-
my enjoyment of a game is
yeah.
like playing it with a specific person as an activity.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go and see what this question mark.
Can you imagine how weird it would be to come across a creature that just looked like a human
In this game?
in this game?
Yep.
Wouldn't that be strange? You just look into the distance and just see like a person walking along. That would be kind of
Oh.
terrifying.
Uncle Boom Me feels.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we watched a great film last night, which is a little bit obscure, but if you can find it, I highly recommend it. Called Uncle Boon Me Who Can Recall Past Lives.
Boon Me is BOONMEE.
Yeah. It's a Thai film. Would we say it's magical realism? I feel like it is.
Yeah, I would call that magical realist. Yeah.
I feel like it was. Very, very, very cool. Very cool film. I had already seen it before, Ash.
Yep, and I understand why it's real cool.
We should watch the other one, the
Yeah.
Cemetery of Splendor.
It was not great watching a film like that while I was feeling not well.
Oh right.
Because it made me feel a bit like, even more what's going on.
Yeah, what is happening?
But
Yes.
probably
a bit late at night too.
yeah, but yeah, I would watch Cemetery of Splendor. Glad I kept walking.
Yay! So what is the story? Yeah. Oh, cool. No, I don't think the title is snappier in Thai. I think the title is like intentionally. That's what I'm looking for.
Obtuse.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it was like long-winded, but and personally, I love titles like that. I love titles that are like a long, complicated, bizarre sentence. I have a very bad habit of giving things that I make stupidly long titles.
Is that?
Yeah! Nice. Is it a pale green? Was that right?
It's kind of silver.
Okay, yeah, no, that isn't the one I was thinking of.
I think you're thinking of iridium, maybe.
Oh. Oh wow. Yeah, okay. It is snappier in Thai.
What is it?
I mean, I don't know. I'm bad at pronouncing Thai, but it's only 4 words, all of which are pretty short. Here you go.
Are two of them Boon Me? No, they're probably not.
Oh, Bunmi is spelled different.
Is it?
B-U-N-M-I.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so 2 of them... So one of them it must be like Uncle Bunmi and then 2 more words. That's fascinating.
Is it like... Is there a word that we translate into past lives that is not necessarily the same thing?
Maybe.
There were a bunch of things in there where I was like, hey, if I were Thai or understood Thai culture, I would be interpreting this film really differently.
Yeah.
Like part of the like magical realism effect
Yeah.
is
Is
not understanding.
Yeah, the folklore.
Yeah, and it's
like that, yeah.
certain cultural elements.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Explosive says, "I'm guessing who can recall and past lives are words." Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Well, I would use remembers in English.
Yeah, remembers. Like you could almost say remembers reincarnations or something like that.
Yeah.
But that isn't quite grammatically good.
But yeah, I think the thing is that like Thai is a I think they're primarily Buddhist culture. But they had like so their culture is likely to have a word for. They're likely to also have a word for like a thing that we would call a past life.
Yes, very true. Good point.
But it probably isn't the same.
Oh, that's really interesting. Well, I do like that it's snappier in Thai, but also I love the English version.
I think the answer is you actually like films that are translated from other languages and have long-winded names because of that.
Maybe.
And then you name your English films with similarly long-winded titles.
Yes, true.
I'm impressed that Perfect Timing doesn't have a longer title.
I know. I really. Yes. Very proud of myself.
What would your long-winded title for that film be?
I don't know. It's specifically a thing that I seem to do with documentaries. So.
That's true, yeah. Again, I decided that I needed all of the nickel.
Yep. You did.
Cyclist has a pretty short title.
Yeah, but then it's got a subtitle. A year in the life of the little water, which, like, you kind of always have to say the whole thing because otherwise it doesn't tell you anything.
I suppose. But like, I don't have a short way of saying what language do you dream in.
No.
Furthermore, I always feel weird saying that because I'm like, no, that's not his title.
Yeah, exactly. You have to say the Icelandic title and then the English title.
Yeah.
By which time that is too much.
Plus, I can't speak Icelandic. So. There's tents over here. Which is good because I've run out of zinc.
Yeah.
I ate all your bees. Oh, tasty.
Delicious jollies.
What if the specimens
Mm.
are a delicacy and my reputation goes up because they're like, oh, you eat our delicacy.
Yeah, I like it. Good answer. I'm gonna make food. Speaking of,
This time.
6:15.
What are you? I have to see what the next question mark is. I just want to know. It does look like nothing. But I gotta go and check it out. I gotta go and see. I can't not go and see what the question mark is. These stupid, horrible, toxic planets where I just have to go and see the next question mark every time. Yeah, just one more marker. Exactly. Should I leave this planet, Emily?
I feel like maybe, yeah. You found nickel. That was, an aim. So
Yep,
You
okay.
name it?
No, I'll do that now. Pardon? Nothing?
Nothing is what we're going for, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Nothing. I've pretty much given up on naming animals though. It's disappointing, but at the same time I just can't keep up.
Yeah.
Alright, now. One thing I was going to do though was... Okay. Oh, I need platinum. Okay. Well, I'll get off this planet and find platinum somewhere else. Enough fuel and launch thruster. Whoosh! Let's go to that planet.
What's that?
Let's go to this planet.
Alright.
Well, that planet. I don't want to go to the planet with the moons yet. I want to go to this planet instead.
Okay. You need moon planet to last.
Not necessarily to last, but just not yet.
Okay.
Doo-doo. Not gonna run out of stuff. Good. We're getting there.
Long way between planets.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. This looks promising. Oh no, I went too up. Oh god damn it, I don't want to go back out into space. No, not space. I wanted to just not be coming in so hot. This is less promising than it originally looked.
Oh wow, yeah. What are those things? Ugh.
Oh dear. Same as this outpost is less promising than it originally looked.
Guess it's not exactly a good starter system.
No. Alright. here. There's a tentacle. Okay, charm. Where's the interface for this one? Research specimen. Where's the terminal? Is it back in here? There it is, I found it. Yeah, not this goo shack. I don't like it. I don't want to get together with anyone in this goo shack. Returning user identified. Terminal now active. Unlocking data log continuation for analysis. There is a world turned to dust long before the rise of the Vakeen, where the natives turned against the Sentinels. They chafed under the omnipresent eyes of the machines. Resentment begat violence. Drones were destroyed. More natives fought, and so came the bipeds, the quadrupeds, and the interceptors in the sky. These and more. Soon there was war, and still the machines came in exponential growth until at last they ended a species as a punishment. Still, the galaxy refused to learn from this.
Wow, that's a lot of interesting exposition.
Isn't it? Like the idea that like the Sentinels do actually like they do kill, right?
Yeah.
They do. Yeah, the good covered areas have like weird bits of exposition in them. I think that's a knowledge stone. Yeah, the exposition some places tell us about the Atlas, some about the race that is like dominant in this area, and then yeah, the good ones often are like something else entirely. Hi, Luke. You can turn the quality down to improve your data if you like. Yeah, right. Like that seems like a whole genocide is like pretty intense for the Sentinels. Like if their whole thing is preservation, they're not even letting the reproduction of these objects continue, which is intense. They can be pushed like people. They can be pushed over the edge. They can be made to act irrationally.
Ah, hey Luke.
Luke's here, yeah.
Hello.
We have pretty cute faces.
It's so small in this one, but they're there.
Yeah.
Set alarm for 10 minutes.
Yes. Alright. I'm looking for platinum. Is there platinum on this world even? No.
Whoa, weird grasses.
Yeah.
I hate those tree things.
Aren't they awful?
They're disgusting.
They're so gross.
Ugh, they look like just disembodied nervous systems.
Yep, that's about it.
Ew, I'm gonna find a particularly disgusting monster to name this place after.
Hey, platinum. Platinum. These look like pumpkins.
They do. I've seen one. There's definitely been ones like that. Oh, I think they were pink on one of the previous planets. Ah, hey, Big Jack, thank you.
Hey, Jamie.
What gross thing are we gonna name?
I mean, this planet
after?
could be Yoklol.
True.
Although it's hot more than it is acidy.
Yeah, that's true.
What kind of horrible red thing?
Yeah, some kind of horrible red thing. You're right, there are lots in the Pathfinder one, but I don't know. I feel like...
You feeling the fifth ed today more?
Feeling the fifth ed, yeah.
Knucklevies? I don't even know if they're in the fifth ed book. They might be in the Pathfinder book. Tieflings. Aww.
Aw, mean.
In the Splintering Wheel, which is like a D&D campaign that we played a long time, tieflings were specifically looked like were like pitied rather than like disgusted, or like rather than invoking like disgust or fear. It was the idea that like you somehow had the eyes of ER, the one true god who is rather unfriendly, like upon you, was considered to be a curse that you would have to, like, a burden to carry. So people would always be like, oh, a tiefling, oh, come, like, I'll like feed you or whatever because you're obviously cursed. And it must be so sad to be a tiefling. And the tieflings are always like, oh, fuck you, I'm fine, I'm real cool, I'm powerful.
Oh yes.
Oh yes, poor
there.
tieflings.
Knucklevies were more like a fae thing.
Same.
They don't seem quite as horrible.
I think I've seen them in Magic more than I have in D&D.
Yeah.
What's the discourse say about them?
Oh yeah, okay, no, that does sound horrifying. A human body with one eye fused to a horse, and the human has no skin. That sounds exactly like this planet.
That's
Maybe
true.
we should just call this planet Knucklevy.
Can you find, like, look it up on your phone then?
Yeah, alright. I'll see if I can find a picture.
Okay, shielding shard. Yeah. I don't know why I'm on this planet still even. I found platinum.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep, legit.
Yeah, that looks like this planet. Wow.
Do we want to explore it some more?
I mean, not hugely.
Not particularly.
Especially not now that I've looked at these horrible pictures of a Knucklevy.
I also don't want to, like,
Wow, I did
build
not
a home
realise it
here,
was
so...
No, exactly. I did not realise that was so cool.
Garlic.
Wow. Good call, Luke. Let's call it that and then leave.
Knucklevies are something very different in Magic. Like that? Is that the correct spelling?
Nuck-a-lovey. Nuck. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, no, it's cool, Luke. It was just gross. It's just gross. Appropriately gross. So, how many planets in this system? Are there 3 planets and one of them have 2 moons?
No, there's heaps of planets.
Oh, there's heaps. Oh.
Yeah. So now I've got 3 modes. I've got photons,
Yep.
infra knives,
Nice!
and lasers.
Yeah. Well, now the space bandits should know not to fuck with you.
And if I want to build the... What do I need to build the other thing?
Thank you, Luke. I'm gonna take that as like a good thing. Infra knives, yeah. We bought blueprints for infra knives because they were called infra knives.
Yeah.
That was pretty much the whole reason, wasn't it?
Yep, basically. I'm going to see if I can get Chris in it from the space. Look at all these planets.
Wow, okay. Okay. Also, yes, Leadington, I very much agree. Random fantasy racism in D&D is a bad time.
Yeah, the way that fantasy, and especially fantasy in RPGs, handles race is super weird.
Yeah.
And I feel like Starfinder, in its attempts to like translate like into sci-fi, does not really like make it a lot better.
Right. I don't know much about it. Maybe.
Yeah, Friends at the Table handles that stuff really well. I want to play a digital game where I get where it's like Dungeons and Dragons Online or whatever, but where I don't select a race, but I get to make my character. I could make my character a dwarf if I just, crafted them to be a dwarf or an elf or an orc or a satyr, right? And I can like give them pointy ears or make them short and stocky or like a gnome size, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just the same as I can change my character's like skin color.
Yeah.
Right? And so then I can be like, my character's like,
interesting.
has pointy ears like a dwarf because they've got some of that heritage.
Mm-hmm.
Has pointy ears like an elf because they have some of that heritage, but they also have some dwarven aspects to them.
Mm-hmm.
And really like just allow people to occupy that space and be like, no, these aren't distinct categories.
Mm. Interesting, yeah.
Because the distinct categorization that's kind of makes it weird. How much percent do I need?
That's a very good question. 70.
0 of 75.
You gotta work out how to get iridium.
Yeah, how much iridium do I need?
120. But that's something we can find, can't we?
We found it on. I think we've got it out of asteroids before.
Oh, maybe we should do some asteroid mining and see what it turns up.
How much did I need? 70?
Yeah.
They have a lot.
Oh my god. Going up high. Oop. Nice. Very good. Very good.
Cool. I should sell some things as well. Sorry. There goes the thing.
Yep.
I think the reason for Kinning Culture is partially for the fact that it's two hard C sounds. But yeah, I don't know if Adam's talked about it. What has Adam talked about it on? Or was it...
Was it the game designer stream?
He's talked about the fact that if you did a 2.0 of one of Dungeon World, one of the main things that he would do would be to change the race things to just be culture,
Right.
because that's all they are.
Yeah.
They're all cultural. The life form offers me blueprints for exosuit upgrades in exchange for nanite clusters. Its facial lighting brightens as it sees me. It produces multiple data pads held with perfect balance from the tips of its silicon fingers. What you got, friendo? Jetpack booster towel sounds cool. Aeration membrane towel? Provides an increased ability to swim underwater for extended periods. Can be used alongside other aeration membrane upgrades.
Wow. That sounds
Thermic layer Sigma is for reduces cold damage, more health, more shield. Some pretty cool things here. Tempted to get the jetpack booster.
yeah.
Hey friend.
Have you really needed it?
Not really. The lights in this electronic lifeform's casing start to brighten. They jerk their head sharply to the right, as a strange buzzing noise signaling from an onrush of unseen data. They download over, they downgrade their communication channels to those of conventional speech. I would like dialect help. Engineering entity Tigavus teaches me a word of their language. I learned the Korvax word for greed. Hi, Kane. Lifeform, fascinating. Korvax convergence, lifeform, data, lifeform. I've interrupted an electronic lifeform in the middle of their work. Inquiring mask lights flash up towards me and scan me from head to foot. Simultaneously, on their data pad, their silicon fingers flick through images of this planet's plants and creatures before adding my own image. Then, their facial lighting starts to dim. Their interest in me is perhaps fading. I need a way to impress. Share creature scan data.
Okay.
The lifeform chitters happily and rewards me. That's not a lot of reward, friend. It seems to have interrupted the... oh, sorry. Golly. It seems to have interrupted the Korvax during their maintenance routine. They appear to have been applying some sort of lubricant to their carapace, but the task is unfinished. Perhaps they feel uncomfortable doing so in my presence.
Offer to help?
The Korvax protests. The joined consciousness of the Korvax convergence is one thing, but I am a pair of hands and eyes too many for them. That could have been sexy robot times, researcher entity Norsarasny. Gosh.
Look, yes, but Entity Norsarasny doesn't know you at all. So...
Have you seen this sexy traveler bot?
No.
Because I sure haven't.
Exactly, because I sure haven't. Exactly. No, I think everyone cried, Luke. I think you cried as well. On
What's this?
The Damn Spirits finale. We all cried,
I
didn't
don't
we?
think I cried.
Yeah, oh, you looked like you were crying.
I made a lot of I had a lot of faces, but I don't think I cried.
No, well,
Specifically.
you missed out.
I cry a lot more than I used to, but I don't cry as much as I did in the first 6 months of my career. Gosh.
True.
What are people doing friggin' space burnouts?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Behind the... Oh, there we go.
That's cool looking.
Whoa, it is cool looking.
That's not... That's no moon.
Is that just part
It's
of...
part of the space station.
Oh. Ew. Oh, that was confusing. Yep. Maybe you... Oh, Palladium. Maybe if you get some more of those, you might get that other stuff. Iridium.
Do you remember being on different looking ones?
Maybe some of those weird, like, anemone ones or something.
Yeah. What's that? Should we go there?
Yeah, let's go there. So for those of you talking about Court of Swords, I feel like you maybe need to witness. They're very small because you can't see it, but the coolness that is my Court of Swords shirt. Court of Swords shirt, except that I cut the arms off because the t-shirts are boring.
Yeah. You decided it needed to be a muscle shirt.
Yeah, obviously. And now I have the coolest Court of Swords shirt.
I mean, yeah. You're not wrong.
The predictions are this one is going to be radioactive and poisonous.
I think we've only been to one
Yay.
planet that had 2 conditions.
True.
And I think it was only became the second condition during night or a storm or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm. It's very red from outer
It is.
space.
I wonder if it's actually red at all from the surface.
I know, right?
That is the thing that I'd like for like an update. I'd like a
Like
little
the
more
planets to
cohesion
feel more
between-
cohesive from outside than
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah. I feel like they're still a little bit better than they were,
Yeah.
but
Like sometimes now you'll be like, hey, an ocean planet, and it'll be an ocean planet.
yeah, exactly. Sometimes. Okay. Explosive is switching to mobile because it's very late.
Yeah.
We have to good night. Okay, thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Explosive. Danny?
We're playing a game of Luke doesn't know what video games are, but makes really great, like, poetic, something about them.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, I went too high.
So they say, I think this planet will be infested by a species of blood moss that experiences consciousness collectively as a gestalt and multiplying entity. I mean, it might be.
It just makes me sad about video games.
I know, right? I think this is why they play role-playing games.
It's really interesting though, because like I don't need that to be interested in what happens in this game, right? Like yeah, like role-playing games allow you to be much more, to have much more creativity and interesting stuff happen, but that's not
Yeah, not just this.
what I'm trying to.
No.
Like, I quite enjoy the bit where I'm out of the ship and just wandering around. Why are there no points of interest?
I don't know, but this place seems fairly uninteresting.
It's
Oh,
not.
there's one. Oh,
Heck!
yeah. Nice. That point of interest.
I parked, like, basically into them. Oh, hey, knowledge stone. Oh, that's part of the point of interest, I think.
Wow, there are weird trees.
Yeah, right?
Whoa.
They got, like, grapes growing off them or something? Or are they the
They're
leaves?
the leaves, I think.
The leaves have, like, sets of...
Hey, it's a radioactive planet. Who said it was going to be a radioactive planet? Explosive did. You were right.
Who thought that the trees were going to be made out of, like, horrific tangled knots of strings or rubber bands with pustules, like, growing out of them?
I don't feel like anyone predicted
And, like,
that
digital-
specifically.
Oh. What are you?
Oh. Oh. They're lovely.
Look at their tails.
I like them. They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're real nice. Beautiful
Ah.
creature. What are you
Don't
doing
think
there?
that counts as a blood moth, but it's still pretty great.
Oh, no, blood moss.
A moss,
Blood
I
moss.
see. Oh well, okay, but like most planets are infested by a
True,
horrific blood moss that experiences the universe as a gestalt entity. Like all of them have that.
They do?
Yeah, every time you go into a horror place,
Oh yeah, yeah, true.
the blood moss exists.
True. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's definitely a thing. Blood moths, that's a different story. I've learned the Corvax word for unavailable. So learned the Corvax word for motor. And I've learned the Corvax word for fire.
Cool. Also, Niftington says, I get the kin thing is just a stand-in for race in the Court of Swords RPG, but it could be cool if it was just not a thing anymore. Games from the Wildwood says, I mean, we know that species bias is a thing in Court of Swords, so to be true to the fiction, you have to at least know, in a purely narrative sense, what you are.
Yeah, and Adam has established that kin is entirely narrative, fictional positioning. Emily, this thing has too many eyes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Is it a plant or a creature? Is it a creature? Whoa.
Is there a baby one?
Whoa. Whoa, that's so weird.
Are you a baby one? No, you're a different species.
Whoa.
And you're a different species. We're on another planet where legs never took off.
Okay. Oh my. Oh. Ew.
That's a different species to that one.
By
the way.
And what are those ones? Oh, weird. Oh.
See, like
those
this
eyes as well, do you reckon? Just a different kind of eye?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so we have to name this planet after one of the many kinds of creatures that has too many eyes.
Like
right?
like
So
like
look at those
beholders or
weird,
something. Yeah.
Formations.
Yeah. What?
Wow.
We named anything beholder
I
yet?
don't know that we have. This would be a great one for beholder. This looks very beholder. Especially like even the like trees look like the kind of tentacly things on a beholder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's check. Let's check that we haven't named anything beholder, and then you could name it right now. Nope. Alright. Done.
Apparently we haven't landed on this planet yet.
Oh.
Eh.
That's a weird glitch.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. Okay, this is the Ridip Doo-Doo landmark. I haven't seen this model before.
No.
I see a strange vision. Blue light pours from the monolith as if a curtain had been dropped within. I hear a gentle hubbub of voices and catch a familiar smell on the breeze. I cannot remember my home, but I know that this doorway leads there. I ache for a past I cannot remember. Every inch of my soul wants to leap back. I look to the skies and the infinity beyond. Can I truly abandon my journey when it's only just begun? Step back into the past or resist temptation?
It's a lie.
It's always a lie, isn't it?
Probably a lie.
I try to capture a memory of these sensations before turning away. The spirits that dwell here admire my decision. I am rewarded. I've learned the Atlas word for continues. What a silly planet.
This is a silly place.
Wait. Again, nothing reachable on foot though.
Nothing reachable on foot.
As far as like question marks, as far as points of
Yeah.
interest.
far.
Oh, look, there's this fella. Also no legs.
Wow. Amazing. Yeah, legs just aren't invented here.
Except from the flying things. They had legs.
True, good point. And
I love that we keep finding, like, since one of the
literally never
updates...
need them because they're always flying.
Since one of the... Wait a second. Were you different? Please don't be gone, please don't be gone, please don't be gone. Cool. Man, it does feel a bit like having like landed on a children's television show planet. Right? Like all these things just bouncing along.
Yeah. Then like a modern day children's television show, you know, the horrific kind.
Yeah, for some reason my brain went to HR Puff and stuff.
Right. Oh yeah. And like Gumby was horrific.
The children's shows have always been horrific.
The thing. Okay, so question for chat. Favorite children's show? Least favorite children's show?
This place does not look nice, explosive. It's not trying to kill me actively, but it doesn't look nice. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Actually, now I'm trying to think what my favorite children's show was. I definitely know my least favorites. What was my favorite?
Oh, food is good.
Least favorites would be Gumby and anything Muppet related. Well, that's not really like a children's TV show.
How do you feel about Nismo?
I don't think I remember Nismo.
Nismo was trying to build a tower or a rocket to the moon to outer space.
Oh. That's alright.
Was I think stop motion animated, so that's why I asked the question.
Right. Well, no, I don't think I ever saw it.
It used to show at weird times. I think it was like an.
Okie dokie. I remember Okie dokie. You didn't like Okie dokie? I didn't mind that.
I didn't like Okie Doke.
Okie doke, sorry, yeah. Oh yeah, Little Elvis and the Truck Stoppers. Yeah, that was weird.
That was a surprisingly well-made cartoon for such a weird premise.
Oh, Trapdoor. I hated Trapdoor.
Trapdoor was great.
No, I didn't like it. I also didn't like Are Real Monsters. That was
I can
a gross
understand that
time.
being creepy.
That was a gross time. Trapdoor. Okay, well no, Trapdoor. I don't hate it. I just wasn't big on it. Why can I only remember the ones I didn't like?
You didn't like any of them.
I'm sure there were kids shows I enjoyed. Oh, I always thought of one. Now I've forgotten. Did you eat too much foods? Are they too hot? Yeah. There. You're okay. You were over enthusiastic about your food.
I was real hungry and I wanted to have the food in my mouth.
Wow. Leavington, that sounds great. Leavington says there was a Dutch anime, yes, an actual anime by a Japanese studio, called Alfred Jodocus Quack, about animals, mostly birds, living as humans. That sounds so good. What that? Apparently, Little Elvis and the Truckstoppers was an Australian-French co-production. Wow.
Yeah, there were a bunch of those actually. Soupe Opera was another one.
I don't remember that one.
Soupe Opera, which was just a bunch of like stop motion animated like fruit and veg
Oh yeah.
singing.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
So is that one about the ants and the flies and things? Is that insects?
Remember insects. Oh, yeah, I vaguely remember that. Explosive says, Lamb Chops Sing Along, which I don't think I know, and Scooby Doo.
I was
They
like,
couldn't stand Sesame Street.
as a kid,
I
I
liked
was
Sesame Street.
I was very into Play School.
Yeah, I liked Play School. Play School was a good time when I was very small. I'm trying to think like that slightly older, you know, age range when there were things like Our Real Monsters and whatever. I quite liked Hey Arnold, and I quite liked
Pokemon.
Arthur. Oh, Pokemon, of course, right.
But you weren't a
I
kid when
didn't
you
watch
watched
it.
Pokemon.
Yeah, I didn't watch it
You
as a
watched
kid.
Pokemon as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
I still liked it.
Because you decided that I had a deprived childhood and needed to watch Pokemon, and you had a like that was very good. I appreciated it.
I feel like this planet is not making a good case for us staying.
Oh my gosh, Luke, you're adorable.
What's this?
That's such a Luke thing. It would have been a me thing too. Luke says, Burke's Backyard. It wasn't for children, but I was a religious viewer from 4 to 7.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like there were a whole bunch of adult shows that
Absolutely.
as a kid I would watch.
I loved Burke's Backyard.
Yep. There were a bunch of those that I was like, this is an adult show that I love as a kid.
Wow. Lickington says, Alfred J. Quack is a duck, but sometimes it was really dark and dealt with pretty mature themes, such as the arc where a crow named Dolph was making a fascist political party.
Wow. Someone's going to tell the kids. Like many of our problems today are from children not understanding the problems of fascism enough.
Luke says it's talking anime, the original season of Digimon and Cardcaptor Sakura. When I was older,
I think I was not a kid when Cardcaptor Sakura was a thing. I think I was a teen.
Yeah.
But yeah, Digimon definitely.
When I was like an early teen, I was obsessed with Animorphs. Animorphs was a great time. I used to like record it on recordable videos so that I could watch it again.
Was it Alice Mac?
Oh yeah.
Something Mac?
Alex Mack.
Alex Mack, who could turn into a slime. Couldn't she?
I don't remember that bit.
What? That was
Who
one of her
turned into a
superpowers.
slime? Was that one of her superpowers?
Was to turn into a slime.
Oh. Okay. Whoa, why are you having such a hard time? Oh, it's a storm. Radiation storm. Shit.
They've got legs, they haven't worked out how to use them.
Wow. Del Toro
Del
Quest.
Toro Quest was also like, yeah, just a bit younger than me.
I never saw Del Toro Quest. I only knew it as books.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Yes, and yes, I read a bunch of Animorphs as well. And I really liked, there was a few books in the Animorphs series that were like not set on Earth, that were set like in the planets that belonged to the, oh gosh, what were they called?
The Yerks?
Well, yes, Yerks, but no, the kind of centaur-y ones.
Mmm.
What were they called? Andaran, I think.
Yes.
And I really liked those. I liked the sort of Andaran Chronicle ones because they were weird and alien. Explosive, you felt like Animorphs was horrifying? Oh.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. When what's his name
The Yerks
gets stuck
thing.
as the Yerks were horrifying. The bit where the dude gets stuck as a bird.
Yeah, that was pretty sad. I wouldn't say it was horrifying.
Oh, I was
Very
scared of
tragic.
that. That was very scary to me.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just felt it was sad.
No, because he was losing his humanity.
I guess I didn't really feel, as a kid, like that was a problem.
Yeah, that you wouldn't have.
I was just like, cool, yeah, be a bird.
Be a
Birds are
bird.
great.
That sounds great.
Oh, that's true, there was some pretty intense body horror.
Could really use some asteroids right about now.
Yep.
Should we go to the planet that has the moons?
Okay.
And the lights.
That's it. That. What did I say?
Andoran,
Yeah.
which is just Pandarin without that.
Pandering.
The Pandarin are a pretty good race though.
They are.
Like if we're talking fantasy races. Not sure how I feel about their sexual dimorphism.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the heck is this?
Iron. Oh.
Just big iron.
Yeah. Kane says, hey, it's a nice fun series of kids with superpowers and insert body horror, PTSD, child soldier analog, shades of grey politics here. Yes. Very true. I mean, yeah. Explosive says, it was about a violent guerrilla war between body-snatching aliens and child soldiers with weaponized body horror. Yes. Okay. Alright. Yes.
I love the fact that Animorphs is somehow like darker than Tomorrow When the War Began in some ways. Like Tomorrow When the War Began, like
It's a
elides,
very similar feel.
yeah, but it elides a bunch of the actual war horror for the sake of being like semi-heroic. Whereas like Animorphs is like, but they can turn into animals. It's not so creepy. So then they just step into the creepy stuff.
I definitely felt like the books, the Tomorrow When the War Began, the books were pretty like explicit and like horrific. The movies.
Oh yeah, no,
the movies,
I didn't
like-
even remember the movie. I don't think I ever saw the movies. You know, I decided I need to blow up this. Oh wait, it's because of the mining. It's because I was afraid that I have to mine things. I want to blow up all.
Yeah, isn't Tomorrow When the War Began Australian?
It is.
Yeah.
Sleepington not know what it is? Or
No, they're just saying,
yeah.
you know the series. Yes, we do.
Yes.
Ah. Even just says, I read the books and no one had ever heard of them around me. Like, that's probably
Because they're Australian. I think that's why they were why they were.
They were very Australian. Like, they felt very Australian.
They felt so Australian.
Definite, like, country town teen.
Would call them Ozcore.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like certainly of their era as well. Like the fact that the invading force is Southeast Asian.
Were they 90s or earlier
Yeah.
than that?
The fact that the invading force is Southeast Asian is so telling of the like political fears of the time.
But I think they do, like, John Marston did a good job of never really identifying
No.
the force. Like, they've kept very something.
Yeah.
I think partly because
Like,
it's
for
all
instance,
seen through the eyes of teenagers who don't sort of know anything about
Yeah.
politics or.
Like I don't think they ever talk about like any of the cultural things that would identify a specific area other than Southeast Asia.
Yeah, and even then only very
Only very vaguely too, yeah.
Livington says, I didn't have much reference for Australian messages, like fortunately not on the internet that much. Yeah. Well, your Australian reference was Tomorrow When the War Began.
Oh, for fuck's sake, really?
Wow.
Really?
Oh dear.
Oops. Land! Land!
Oh god.
It didn't even damage me. I'm sure I saw a thing here I wanted to look at.
Extreme hazard planet.
Oh Jesus, this planet's real toasty. Real warm.
Wow. No.
There was a building here somewhere. I swear I saw a building.
This place is terrible. Oh my god, what? Oh, geez, I hit my...
It's a tentacle.
Wow. Oh, what? What is that? What's that mean?
It's a treasure chest.
What? This... What? Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, I had never seen
What are
the
you?
little... I had never seen the little chest icon. Oh my god, it's so awful here.
Yeah. This is shitty.
Yeah.
Let's not stay on this planet long.
No. Wow.
Protection falling.
This planet is hot and bleak.
Yep. Kane says, my sole Australian reference was Kids TV we imported to the UK, which I'm pretty sure included a post-apocalyptic world where everyone over the age of 18 died mysteriously, and there was a blood cult or something. And then Lippington has said in capitals, saved, but I don't know if these two things are related.
I don't remember a post-apocalyptic one where everyone was dead. I remember Ship to Shore though, where everyone was under. Where I think Ship to Shore was a primarily naval civilization.
Okay, makes sense.
What was the one about the girl who was who was basically like basically a mermaid?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Never one, but... this place is awful. It is really awful. Oh, nice ruin though.
And Ship to Shore had Hermes Zendakis. I remember that.
Who was that?
That was I think he was the bad guy of Ship to Shore. He was an inept naval commander that was basically trying to keep the kids in line.
Right.
When the callback's word for overheat, I sure have.
Yeah.
When the callback's word for, oh my god, it's a storm! It's a storm!
It's been a storm this whole time.
Has it?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was just a really bad planet.
No. Leakington did a book report about Tomorrow When the War Began. It's great. And no, Luke, I don't remember Silver Sun. Oh. Apparently the thing that Kane is thinking of is called The Tribe, and it was from New Zealand.
Ah.
I wonder if we had it though. I'll look it
I
up.
might have done.
That sounds vaguely familiar. That name sounds vaguely familiar.
What was the name of the show? Liftoff.
Oh my god, Liftoff!
Callbacks.
That was so weird.
Callback's word for retreat.
Liftoff was really strange. I didn't really like it. I also didn't really like Round the Twist.
Oh, the Ferals.
Oh my god, yes!
I liked the Ferals.
I liked the Ferals too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
They
good.
were good. Yeah. I like the fact that, and it didn't occur to me until like quite far in, that all of the characters were creatures that were feral animals in Australia.
Yeah.
Like feral
That was
dogs,
the
feral
point.
cats, feral
Yeah.
rats, feral
Yeah.
rabbits.
Exactly. That was the idea. No, I'm looking at pictures of this of the tribe, and I don't think I ever saw it. But holy crap, it is so 90s. It is like intensely 90s.
Should we have a look at this thing?
I mean, look at that. Look at the name and
Oh,
everything.
wow. Yep.
90s, yeah. That's
Right. What's this? The Ubal Baju landmark. A child emerges from the monolith. It takes a few moments before I realize that it's me. I look carefree and innocent. The little one stares up at my exosuit and tries to see me through my visor. The child suddenly starts to weep and clings to my knees. It implores me to never to leave. It doesn't want to be alone. I should stay here forever. We should be reunited, whole again, once more. The child understands. We embrace. It leaves me with a gift. My standing with the Korvax has increased. I've learned the Atlas word for time. Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of like, you're getting a whole bunch of, you know, here is your past. Do you
Yeah.
want to go back to it stuff.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Oh yeah, Kane, the UK gets neighbours? Yeah, UK is like more into neighbours than we are. From what I understand. More people in the UK seem to watch it. Neighbours is really stupid now though.
Is it?
Yeah. It used to be, it was called that because it used to be really like, you know, mundane sort of people living their daily lives and, you know, having sort of small drama, whereas now it's like very days of our lives.
Ah, right, yeah.
Just hyper drama all the time. People constantly are almost dying and
Yeah.
having terrible affairs, etc.
No, not having terrible affairs. Oh. I don't remember this, Luke. Sorry.
No, I don't think so. But I feel like I should have known about it because I was way into Celtic
Protection falling.
fantasy.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Also, are we finishing up at 7:30?
I think so, yeah.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
And then the Korvax word for required. I got some nanite clusters. Stupid nanite clusters. Now see, it's still extreme even when it's not a storm, it's just less extreme.
Thermal protection falling.
What's in here though?
Temperature levels stabilizing.
The Hurumi repeater. 99, 92, 86, 81.
Oh.
The transmission readout suggests that long ago a distress signal went unanswered. A sequence of numbers has been repeating itself for so long that its imprint is burnt into the screen. An input box flashes at me insistently. If I crack the code, I can find the ship.
So 99 minus
7.
7. No.
Minus 6, minus 5,
Okay.
minus 4 is 77.
Yep. Nice.
Distress signal coordinates discovered. My standing with the Vakeen has increased. That's interesting.
Apparently the Celtic show filmed in Bondi was called Raw. I remember that. Oh, filmed in Queensland, but... Wow. That looks so ridiculous. Oh my god.
Well, I kind of feel like I have to go and watch it now.
I know, I really want to see it. It's so absurd.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Yeah, I don't remember this. I don't think I saw it.
What year was it?
Um,
Because for it to be... 'cause, yeah, we were kids in the 90s and teens in the noughties.
2003-ish.
So yeah, we would have been young teens.
Yeah.
I would have been just into... We were in high school. Year 9? Yeah.
Yeah.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Where should we get off this planet?
Yeah.
Hey, where's this? Signal.
Oh.
Go over this mountain first.
Alright, let's just go crash it and then it's actually really good.
Yeah.
Haha. Luke wants us to wait till Christmas and then we can all watch a terrible Heath Ledger Celtic fantasy series made in
I mean,
Queensland.
sure. I love the way that this game, like, I kind of like the way that it's often faster to travel somewhere by going out of the atmosphere.
I mean, I wonder how well it would work to, like, stream watching a thing. People do
Someone
that
was
very much?
talking about a site that you could use to not stream watch because you don't want to put it on your stream, but rather to
Yeah.
co-watch and then like stream yourself watching it and other people can join in.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Can't decide whether I'd find that, like, fun or annoying, having, like, heaps of people talking about the thing while I'm watching it. I think it'd be fun if the thing was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that I would enjoy it if, like, I wanted to actually just watch the thing seriously. I wonder what this crash ship is going to be like. I mean, it's a thing now where, like, you've just finished unlocking all of the
Yeah,
of yours,
don't
so
really
it'd have
want
to be pretty. It'd have to be pretty good.
It'd have to be amazing.
But what if it was like purple? It's not going to be purple. I don't think I've ever seen a purple ship in this game.
They're not taunting.
What kind of ship are you?
I don't really actually have any desire to see the room. I'm sorry. Both tell me so.
I can't remember what it's about. Getting.
Tearing us apart.
What's it actually about, though?
I have no idea. People just quote it all the time.
Is that why you don't want to see it?
Well, I don't know. It just doesn't seem interesting to me. I don't want to see a film because it's bad. You know?
Oh yeah, that's right. It's meant to be really terrible,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, well, that does sound really boring.
Oh man.
What? Is it really nice? Oh wow! It's
There's
got so
36
many.
slots.
Whoa! Let me see it again.
And it has a better hyperdrive than I've got.
Oh,
But
but you just like got extra.
I just finished this one.
You just finished it and you got extra guns and everything. Let me look. Let me look. Let me see it again. What's it look like? Oh, yeah, look at it in there. Wow,
I
weird.
don't think I need it.
No, you don't currently need it, so. Cool though.
Yeah, and I also don't want to be stuck on this planet while I fix the while I fix the launch thrusters and stuff. Because it's red hot here. But I want whatever goodies are inside it.
Oh yeah.
The cockpit is pristine. devoid of damage, save for that caused by the deceased pilot's impact against the control panel.
Incoming
Its databanks, however, look as if they could be brought back online. Lights intermittently flash around me. Some systems clearly remain operative, one of which appears to be a sophisticated security sensor and camera array. Do I want to loot the ship for functioning technology or access the ship's databanks?
Ooh. So databanks might give us like, here's a weird location somewhere else. or
Yeah,
something?
maybe.
Um.
Databanks.
Yeah.
Only one databank is accessible. Thankfully, it's a useful one.
Oh.
Cool.
Homing bolt. Ooh. They trace. Ooh.
That's pretty cool.
You know, there's an aquasphere.
I've seen those in the shop.
Wow.
Wow, that went away very quickly. Where's my ship gone?
extreme night temperature detected.
It's hotter at night. Oh,
Oh my god.
it's
no.
hotter at night. It's extreme
Oh,
normally.
Jesus. Look at how fast that is going.
I know. I'm aware. Oh
Oh.
god.
Wow. Wow.
I think that's enough for today.
Yes.
Yeah, it's extreme, right? And then it's hotter at night, and then it's a storm. It was worst possible.
Yep. Let's not live here.
Let's not live here. I think I am done for this evening.
All right. All right.
So, there won't be a PC stream this Saturday. I will be demoing at Hybrid World Adelaide. So if you're in South Australia or you want to come to South Australia for a pretty cool looking convention, like very
Looks
cool looking.
Very cool.
Hybrid World Adelaide is from this Wednesday till this Sunday, and I'll be there from Friday till Sunday demoing both We Are Seeds and Monadnock. And then on Sunday I will be here to play episode 1 of Go by Moonlight of Toward Heaven. I'm pretty fucking keen.
Yeah.
And then on Monday we're going to be doing either starting a 2-shot or doing a 1-shot. I'm not sure entirely what game we're playing or who we're playing with yet, but we shall see. We've got to fill 2 weeks before PAX Australia, at which there will be I'm Not Trying to Kill You live, which is going to be pretty cool. But that will be a slow stream week when that happens.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back here on Wednesday with more Space Day.
Yep.
It's going to be a good time.
Neat.
Hit the follow button if you haven't already, or subscribe if you really like what we do. You can get a cool emote. It's pretty rad. Otherwise, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.